So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and double derp action. This is our old friend Slappy driving the Jumbo. A tank I know he really enjoys playing. This is the American, it's tier 6 isn't it? M4A3E2. And you can see he loves it because it's written on the side, "Welcome to Hell." Now he's on Malinovka, which is, and it's, what is it, a tier 8 game, so he's bottom tier, which is not always helpful. It's not an ideal map for a derpy tank, if we're honest, unless you're top tier, in which case you can go up the hill and blast people up in the face there. This is more of a sniper's area, sniper's map, and he's got the derp, so how's he going to do? Well, obviously it's Slappy, and I'm showing you the game, so he's going to do really, really well. So he's headed up towards the middle. He got spotted. I presume that Spick spotted him. Spick spot? But whoever it was... Ah, no, it's probably that light tank there. Hellcat. Wow. Bit of a snapshot into the Hellcat, and that's good night. Artillery first strike. There's 3 artillery, so you don't want to be facing too much artillery in this map. Now he's after that Cromwell. Cromwell popped up. Now looking the other way. Bang! Tracked him in place, and also I think there was an RT hit, just smacked the Cromwell. Artillery fired in on him and stunned him a bit, but nothing too much. It's reloaded again. Oh, that was better. That was a better hit by the RT. That was the Hummel. So all 3 artillery have fired. Can he get a shot down on this guy? Come on, take him down. He's going all in on the kill. Bounced a shot. Bounced 2 shots. And another RT shell. Oh, it was the AMX up there on the hill. Spotted him. And he's had to bug out. It's a very aggressive play. Another artillery strike. Blimey. And looked like a 3rd shell came in front of him, so all the artillery are focused on the tier 6 medium tank. Yeah, that seems about normal for World of Tanks. Nice! That AMD came up on the hill and took a 105mm HE shell to the face, and really regretted it. Probably got all sorts of module damage and all sorts. So, Slappy has fought his way into the position he wanted to get to. However, he's only got... well, less than half his health left. Done nearly 1,000 damage. He's now spotted that Jag Panther and that Panzer IV, which forces them to manoeuvre a bit. Remember, there's 3 artillery on our side too. So as much as we love being slapped by enemy artillery, I'm sure they're enjoying it too. Oh, Jag Panther backed. Oh, unlucky. That should have done a lot more damage, I feel. Only 40 odd damage onto that Jag Panther. And it hit him on the back. That's better. 162. Still not doing a huge amount of damage, really. Side armour and that's still nothing much. But he's whittling away at this guy. Loaded heat. Nice. 370 damage. That's where the heat comes into its own. Jag Panther has decided that's enough of that game. Doesn't like this game much. Yeah, did he fire? Yeah, I think he did. And that is good night to the Jag Panther. Reload with a standard HE shell. Loving the fact he's got so adventurous here. And then he plants a 200 hit on that VK3002M. That shell went over. Bounced the shell in return from the VK. And another one from the VK, because he's only shown the top of his turret here, so it's quite tough for the VK to pen him. Jumbo is blessed with a fair bit of armour, certainly frontally. Now the VK's hiding behind the dead Jag Panther, but still takes a shot. Looping shell from the HE. That's one of the fun things about HE. It does tend to loop beautifully. And Slappy decides that's enough for that game, and I don't blame him. If you look, he's a little bit isolated here. Enemy have pushed down, have taken the hill rather, and are pushing down or about to push down the other side. There's nobody up with him. Slappy is the furthest forward of any of his team. I love the fact he's got peace symbol on the side of his tank. He's also got 2 marks of excellence, if you notice, on this tank. Next game I'll show you might do improving on that 2 marks of excellence. So he's in a little bit of a quandary here. Does he push forward? The team are winning. He's trying to spot. I assume he's got some kind of well, either got a very good spotting crew or maybe optics on this tank, because he's doing a lot of spotting and been quite successful at it up till now. But now he can't see very much at all. Oh, hang on. One of our scouts, the AMD's moving forward. These that's the French armoured car, isn't it? There's that VK up there. Can he get a shot on him? Nice! Nice shot! Just loops one over, plonks a shell, and that's the end of the VK. Right, we're winning 8-6. Enemy artillery spotted, really? And I like the fact Slappy doesn't go for the artillery here. Probably wishes he had, because that shot went, say, I don't know, it looked like that was directly going to hit that Panzer IV, Jag Panzer IV, but it didn't. It's because the loop, the gun loops the shell so badly. And unfortunately, we couldn't take advantage of that nice scouting run there by the armoured car. Talking about armoured cars, did I see that they're thinking about bringing out a German armoured car line? And possibly a British light tank line? Or was that, I think the armoured car might have been an April Fool's, I don't know. Hope so, because I like German armoured cars. Not that I'm playing the game very much at the moment. Oh, yes! Beautiful shot on the M44 as it was running, penetrated the side and one-shotted him. That's where the derp comes into own. Can he do the same on another? Be kind of ironic. Yeah, look at that. 400... Oh no, somebody else hit him. It only did 90 health. It's ironic. You can't hit when you perfectly aim like that, but when he's firing snapshot at a vehicle moving at distance, he can hit. Just reasons. 190 hit on the CDA. I know it came up with a lot more than that. It's just one of the oddities of the game. When 2 tanks hit at the same time, it kind of gives you a massive total, which isn't yours to own. This game is pretty much in the bag. There's an enemy Panther M10 who's pushed all the way to our base, but is now wiped out. So it's just this CDA, Tier 8 French armoured car and 2 artillery, and there's one of them. He's been spotted, takes the time to aim in, didn't need to do much here. Oh, here comes the CDA going for a ram. He rams himself to death, giving us the Kamikaze medal for a nice roundup. Well played, nicely done. So cracking game there from Slappy in the Jumbo. He got the ace tanker, of course he did. He got the Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect. He also got Pascucci's medal for taking down 2 artillery in a game. Got Lavalowski's medal for taking down 2 enemy tanks at least a tier higher in a medium, high caliber, top gun, and that final Kamikaze for the CDA who rammed himself to death against us. Nearly 3,000 damage, 7 kills, 1551 base XP. You know, bottom tier on a map that really didn't suit a derp gun. He fired 25 shots, hit with 18, did 4 penetrations and 17 lots of damage for that 3,000 total damage. Took 8 hits himself, none of which penetrated. They were all fairly low tier guns firing at this turret, which is very well armoured in this thing. Nearly 50,000 credits after costs. He did fire a couple of heat rounds, but they weren't terribly expensive, so still made 27,000 profit. Would have been 10.5 without a premium count, and 2,300 XP for his fun. So we're not done with Slappy and his Jumbo. Let's see him slapping out his Jumbo once again. Okay, so this time Slappy is on Lakeville, the worst played map in the game in my humble estimation. It's he's top tier though. He is in a 6-5 tier 6 game, which is rather nice because now you can use the derp to full effect. So he's coming down the valley, which kind of... Oh, our ELC just killed himself. Great. Yeah, usual dickheads. World of Tanks never changes. toxic chat and dickhead players. Why do we play it? Oh no, I don't play it anymore. Yeah, forgot. Okay, so Slappy is coming up to crest the hill here. Now he's top tier, so he's got a fair chance that whatever he encounters isn't too tough. He spots that Chinese TD, takes a shot and bounces it, and manages to plonk an HE shell in return. Somebody else hit it too. Another shot on that WZ. Just trying to angle a bit. Gun depression is not fantastic on this tank. It's okay, but it's not fantastic. So look at the mini-map. KV2 has pushed all the way down into the middle and just died. Oh, a couple of big hits taken there. Got a bit greedy there, Slappy. Tried to push around to try and get a shot on that Skoda T40 and allowed a side shot onto his turret from the Chinese tank TD, and also from a artillery piece by the look of it. Oh, hang on. Nice. Takes out the WZ. Oh, for God's sake, speak sense, Don. Can I tell you I have dyslexic sometimes? Right. Look at the shells pinging in there. There's a lot of fire coming his way. He's drawing a lot of attention, but he can't actually see an awful lot. Firing a few blind shots into probable locations. More shells coming in. That Skoda's into a nice position. He's got some support here, but the team are losing badly. 4-6. Puts another shell into there. That time you saw the explosion, so I don't think he hit anything. That's artillery. That's some other direct fire there by the look of it, pinging off. He's aiming for all the likely spots where enemy tanks are going to be. More shells pinging in. They're coming in from everywhere. I think he's decided that just isn't going to work, and I think he's wise. That valley is so difficult to push. The only time you can really push it is if you are in a seriously heavy tank with a lot of artillery support, and there's only one artillery aside, and the enemy don't put many tanks that way. If they're defending it hard, it's really difficult for you to break through. So he's done the right thing. I think if he'd stayed any longer, the middle would have been even worse than it is already. You can see the enemy have already won the city side and are pushing through. The middle is also lost, so we are now down to basically holding the cap against whatever comes our way, and sometimes this can work really nicely. I've seen, in fact I've played a load of games in the past where I've managed to hold this area against overly enthusiastic attackers, shall we say. So it's 8 plays 10. Sorry, 9 plays 10, so we've got a chance here. However, as always happens, the valley has been left completely undefended now, so the Skoda T40 is coming back round. You can see that Slappy is not terribly confident. He's a bit worried about nobody behind. He's done nothing really in this game. 415 damage only. Try to push the valley, and I always think that's a bad mistake myself. Don't like pushing the valley. I've seen people do it. I think it's part of the problem. You see people do it on videos and you think, oh, that was brilliant. Why can't I do that? And the reality is it happens once in a blue moon. Skoda got very overly aggressive, but allowed the Hellcat to take out our WZ. So you got it right that time. But Slappy took down the... no, he didn't take down the Skoda. He just plonked a nice shell into the Skoda. Right, it's backs to the wall now. 10 plays 12. So an enemy toaster. Oh no, that's not a toaster. That's Hydro. Panzer IV Hydro. No, don't do it, Skoda. Sorry, do it, Stug. Ah, that's so annoying. Slappy aimed for that shell to go in front of where that Hellcat was going and managed to plonk it in the wrong place. He's being shot in the back of the head by a Chi-Nu. But luckily all the shells are bouncing so far. Right, pushing on the... No, oh, and he's missed again, and there's a whole load more. Oh my goodness, there's loads of the buggers. There's artillery over here. puts a nice shell into the artillery, does a lot of damage to him, bounces a shot from the Hellcat, so his back's to the wall now. There's our friend in the one of the Chinese artillery, Chinese TDs, sorry. Comes more, they're all coming in, they're all feasting. They think it's feasting time. Slappy's down too. Virtually no health. Can he get rid of the Hydrostrat? Yes, he can. Can he pull this off? There's 2 enemy tanks left. That's the threat. Needs... Oh, really could have done with a penetrating hit on the Hellcat. Only 400 damage. Only 400. It's a big hit. Big hit. Here comes the artillery now. Takes him down, but he's presenting his side. Can he hold on? No! Wow, wow, wow. So unlucky. And loses out just at the last knockings. But heck of a last stand there. Nearly had it. So some consolation to Slappy in that defeat was that it actually earned him his 3rd mark of excellence on Jumbo. He was also first class. He got Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect and High Caliber. Finished up top of his team. Well, of course he did. Nobody really did anything in that game. 1794 damage, 5 kills, 737 base XP. He fired 18 shots, hit with 10, penned with 3, did 7 lots of splash for that 1800 damage. Took 13 hits himself. Only 3 of them actually penetrated. Bounced nearly over 1200 damage. Had boosters running of some sort, so made 36,000 credits, would have been 24 without a premium account. Didn't resort to any skill rounds at all, so 24,000 profit, would have been 12,000 without a premium account. And with his boosters running, 1700 experience on my losses, not bad at all. Would have and 1100 if he'd been running a non-premium account. So there you go, jumboing it in with Slappy. Slappy slapping out his Jumbo in World of Tanks. Hope you enjoyed the 2 games. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I will see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom signing out.